Oh, okay.
ほどかないでほどかないでそこに真理はないの意地なして一人きりできっと隠してた愛されて閉ざされた今は届きはしない愛されてここで手を差し伸べる 覚えてる Hello ここで産声を聞いたんだったっけ叫んだ気もする凍えてるハートどこに捧げたのわずかな時間と引き換えに荒ぶる魂見て救済を求めてほころび探してる落ちない Huge Break 誰かがいたせないなら誰と何がミッション見つけ出せても明日は来ないじゃないやめないで広がる感情全部私に託してやめないで全てをちょうだい仲間で見せてだけではみ出す群青飛び散るシンフォニーそれどこへ行ってもきっと抜け出せはしない君が死んだら
Okay, that was a fun intro. Hello, hello, friends. Schrient here, and it's time to check out Death End Request. Glad to play this. Haven't played it on PlayStation yet. Played a little bit on PC before, but it would not let me record it no matter what. So that was a bust in that one. But that's fine. Excited to play. I'm into options. And to try the options. I can remember it's actually pretty low for it. Okay. No tag voice levels. Alright, new game. I guess normal. I haven't looked at the trophy list at all, so I don't know if I have to do like a playthrough on hard or something. Probably. DLC Master Bundle effect is effective. Guard bracelet level 5. Ooh, bronze ring, defense ring. White fairy costume added. White lily, kitty cat, oxen, gothic tears, blue monarch. Beginner bundle. What is going on? Oh, that's not good.
No. I can feel myself fading.
Don't give up, Sheena! I've already leveled you past the max! You're in God mode now! Try summoning your power from within. If you don't concentrate, then you'll stand no chance against that thing. Hold strong. Keep your head up. You can do it! Believe in yourself!
I can't. I've never had it in me. Everyone else is gone. I'm the only one left.
Don't give up. Don't give in to despair.
I can't save this world.
Sheena, behind you! Watch out!
Oh gosh.
Sheena!
A monster, infected by a deadly virus, opened its sinister maw. And sank its razor-sharp fangs into her flesh, locking its jaw onto her before spitting her out.
Oh gosh.
Thick droplets of her blood were splattered onto the dirt. Gashes on her abdomen exposed her spinal cord and vital organs.
Oh my gosh.
She made 2 tepid steps backward before crumbling to the ground like a marionette with snipped strings.
Damn it! Sheena!
As shock set in, she struggled to make sense of what was happening around her. With a last, desperate breath, she uttered,
Sheena!
It hurts.
Sheena, don't! Hurry! Get away from there!
Oh no.
Please! Stop! Stop!
Oh.
The monster licked its lips, its taste for blood slowly driving it toward the meek and bloodied prey before it. Its nostrils flared, savoring the anticipation before snapping its jaws around the girl's head and heaving it into the empty sky. Her freshly removed spinal cord trailed behind her mangled head like a nightmarish comet. Her headless body slammed into the dirt, color draining out of it as it settled into the ever-growing pool of blood.
Sheena! Sheena! Damn it! I couldn't save her in time! God! Buddha! Whoever the hell is listening! Damn you! This death end is horrific! You... What is your purpose? God damn it!
You, staring at me.
None of that was what I expected. Oh my gosh.
Who are you? Are you God? Or are you the devil? What does the end of the world mean?
It's her.
No. It was just a dream. Or should I say a nightmare?
Yeah, that'd be a real bad nightmare.
What did it mean? Huh? Where am I? Whose house am I in? Actually, who am I? What the? They're wrapped so tight. What are they? Huh? They look like spider legs.
Yeah, they do. What are those?
Yuck. They gross me out. Huh? What the? What?
Okay. Progress in the game. If you touch the glowing white key, you obtain information items necessary to progress the game. If you're stuck, look for the key. Once conditions have been filled, the exclamation mark will appear on the minimap. What about keys?
What's this?
This bed is dressed so neatly. What could the owners of this house be?
What's this?
What a precious family photograph. There's a young girl and her mother, maybe? Huh? The mother looks strangely similar to me. It can't be. I must be imagining things. When did this family lived here? Oh, look at the little bunnies and the teddy bears.
What's this?
These two chairs look comfortable. All the dishes and utensils are still organized in the kitchen. Maybe that family lived here after all. Maybe? Seriously, why can't I remember anything? Where the heck am I? Wait, I just need to collect my thoughts. Let's just calm down and take a deep breath. Think. If I can't recall my memories, maybe I just need to retrace my steps, start wherever I can remember, and take it from there. It'll be fine. Piece of cake. Okay, I can remember my name. Sheena? Yeah, that's it. Sheena. Remember my first name. But that's okay. It's progress. Still have no idea where I am, though. This house must belong to whoever's posing in this photograph. Something about this house is oddly familiar, like I've stood here before. This girl, too, in the photo, I recognize her from somewhere. Besides, there's still no sign as to how I ended up in here in the first place, is there? Perhaps I can let this go for now. Okay, what did I do yesterday? Nothing's coming to mind. Something happy. The longer I stay here, the more depressed I'll become. Maybe I should go outside. If I get some fresh air, it'll all come back to me. Stewing in here without a clue won't do me any good. And the way to get out is to run. The run is to keep going. Sure, how to save. Press the touchpad while in conversation. Open the menu in order to save your game. Wait, in conversation. Want to avoid any potential death ends. Please be sure to save often. While in a dungeon, you perform a save at designated save points. Yeah, I don't want a death end. Oh, a really tall jump. Got it. This metal's gorgeous. It all feels so... It's all coming back to me. What is? That's right. I'm an adventurer. Once every 2,000 years, the gates to Odysseia, the mythical sky capital, open up to adventures that are pure of heart. Naturally, a city in the sky isn't exactly easy to find, so I had set off for Heartist, the military kingdom, to find more information. In a stroke of good luck, one of the local guilds in Heartist let me reside in this house for the duration of my stay here. Oh, what a relief. I was beginning to panic, thinking that my memories would never return. Well, I've got a sword, which should come in handy for whatever I'm off to. I'm Sheena, the adventurer. Time for me to see Odysseia, the legendary city in the sky. Guess that explains why I've got these legs dangling underneath my dress. Not really. Wow, everything's coming back to me. When it rains, it pours. They say that people who visit Odysseia discover riches and happiness beyond their wildest dreams. Wait for me, Mother. I promise. I'll find Odyssey and bring you the happiness you need. Okay. Anyway, this place. Is there no one else around?
What's this?
Pleasure.
Yeah!
What's a patch thing?
What's this?
Red fruit. Why do they have like a skull on it? It's kind of creepy.
What's this?
I think this game is going to be much darker than I anticipated. I don't remember all that dark stuff in the beginning. All I remember is running around in here and it freezing, so that was
Hey!
what stuck out in my mind, I guess. Did I get... Looks like all the chests are open. Yeah. But I guess they only pop up once you open them. Panting? What?
What's this?
Dewdrop obtained.
What's this?
More elf tonics. Cool.
What's this?
Monies, I think. Oh, that's the whole world? Cool. Wait, how is it a desert already? I'm confused. Come to think of it, did I even bother to eat yesterday? The memory still escapes me. In fact, I have no idea how long I was asleep. This kinda doesn't resemble how it looked when I first got here. I don't remember it looking this desolate. Artists' aggressive tactic of invading nearby kingdoms landed them a less unfavorable reputation, meaning they had few allies. Durfil, Gowen, Bizarri, Suora. Even so, what army is capable of wiping a kingdom off the face of the world? I shudder to think about what kind of power is at play here. I wonder what happened. Tell me, where do memories go? Northern Hartis Wilds. Cool. Are you okay?
Huh? Did someone scream just now? Where did it come from? Where are you? Please, answer me!
Your horns are like glitchy. Oh, we have an event.
Help me! Somebody!
Oh no! Someone's being attacked by a monster. I have to help somehow. But do I even know how to fight?
Yeah, muscle memory. You'll be fine.
He'll be fine. That's what muscle memory's for, right? I'm sure I'll get the hang of it.
I meant you'll be fine, not he'll be fine, but okay.
Ready for battle.
Battle basic information. Press the triangle button if you consider a max of 3 attacks actions freely. If you do not wish to input each command, press the X button to use your previously selected attack command. Alt command is using 3 attacks in a row. After the battle is complete, go to the menu, use the X button and press triangle to select the new actions. Okay. Yeah, that's like kind of a little bit of knockback. You can perform 3 consecutive attacks in one turn. Oh! A knockback attack will commence, allowing you to send your enemies flying. Use this attack to put distance between you and your enemy and prevent any chance of your enemy countering. Add knockback attacks to maximize damage and unit placement effectiveness. You're guarding. Guess you can't reach quite yet. Just
My
good.
turn! Alright. Alright.
This way them both looks like.
Hiya! Hey!
Oh, just one.
Tup!
We have liftoff. Okay.
Blast off!
Yay, my first trophy. I'm sure many.
I don't feel too hot. My turn!
Guess she only attacked one enemy. I'll look at what she can do. Revival? Well, it takes SP. We'll just do attack for now. I don't
Alright.
know how things are. It can knock you into this enemy.
Say! Yeah! Hiya! Tup!
Yeah, it worked.
It's over!
And you could still reach. It's fine.
My turn! Alright.
Don't seem to have a lot of SP anyway. Gonna reach him? Probably not.
Yeah! Top!
Oh no, it did. Good.
It's over!
Goodbye, you dinosaur thing.
Let's go! Alright. See? Ha! Yeah! Top!
Yeah, one.
Blast off! Woo! We won! Am I getting stronger?
You're level 2.
I managed to kill it.
Are you all right?
A little bruised is all.
Forgive me. It's all my fault.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
No, I'm just glad you're safe.
Oh, you are far more heroic than you look. Allow me to extend my gratitude by tending to those wounds of yours.
Oh, I thank you.
I would appreciate that.
Oh, his name is Rook. Cool.
I'm feeling a lot better now. Thank you.
On the contrary, I should be the one thanking you for saving me. Pardon me, I haven't yet introduced myself. My name is Rook. As you have likely gathered by now, I am a traveling merchant by trade.
Ah, merchant. Nice.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sheena, an adventurer.
A pleasure. Lately, martyrs have been taking to crowding these trails, making it impossible for me to sell my wares in peace.
What's a martyr?
Oh, haven't you heard?
Nope. Amnesia.
Well, you see, I actually just woke up a few moments ago with no recollection of how I got there. My memory's fuzzy.
What? Oh, how awful. Martyrs are monsters that have been touched by the kiss of madness.
Oh, that's not good at all.
Yes, for a few months now, reports of monsters attacking people have been increasing to a frightening degree.
What? Did you say a few months? How did I not remember any of this?
Much has changed in the last year. Do you really remember nothing?
Not a thing.
Not even what you ate yesterday?
Nope.
Nope.
She said it too. Nope.
Most unfortunate.
Well, I can't let it bring me down. Things will turn up sooner or later.
What makes you say that?
My mother always told me that someone up there is watching out for me.
I see. Your mother sounds like a devout woman. Surely our Lord will shine upon you with his blessings. Amnesia is nothing to scoff at. I can imagine how confusing all of this must be, so I will try to help you in the meantime.
Well, thank you, Rook.
Then, would you mind catching me up on everything I've missed?
You needn't burden yourself with the sad tale of this fallen world. Some things are better left unsaid.
I want to know it all. Please, tell me.
Very well, then. Allow me to tell you about the Entoma Scourge. 1 year ago, the world as we had known it ceased to exist. On that fateful day, a terrifying beast came down from the heavens and unleashed catastrophe across the entire country.
The thing that, like, ate her?
What? What do you mean? What's an Entoma?
The Entoma was a curse from the gods, a living, breathing embodiment of atrocity, brought to life by the despicable sins committed by our people.
That doesn't sound good at all.
Vanity and greed became the gospels of our time. The rich became richer, and the poor became poorer. Soon, it seemed people had forgotten how to love. In no time at all, the thin fabric holding friends and family together was torn asunder. Constant threats of war and invasion gave corrupt nobles the chance to tax every cent from out of their subjects' pockets. Desperation birthed from a widening gap betwixt the rich and poor. Thievery and violence became commonplace. Lives lost over loaves of bread. The nobility cackled atop their high towers, taking pleasure in watching their subjects turn on one another while they sipped their wine.
Oh, that's horrible.
The notion of salvation became a fool's currency. Eventually, the destitute and starving citizens had reached a point of no return. One by one, they fell to their knees onto the ragged earth, begging for death as mercy from their constant suffering. Memories of our vibrant past were tossed into the graves of those brave enough to remember them.
Why is this game so dark?
That is, until the scourge had ripped the heavens in half without warning. It cut through the sky like steel through flesh, flattened our mountain ranges, and ruined our forests and seas with a divine rainbow light. The beast itself had later become known as Heaven's Messenger, striking fear into the hearts of those unlucky enough to cross its path. Furious with our people's disregard for life, God saw fit to punish us without warning. We had no choice but to accept.
Heavens. Messenger? Divine punishment?
You know, so like, I'm just more confused now.
Within 10 days, the beast destroyed not only Heartis, but each of the surrounding kingdoms as well.
Ah, okay, that's horrible.
Mankind was beside itself without recourse or any chance of retaliation. Men, women, and children were being killed left and right. Just when we thought that all hope was lost, our long-awaited salvation had finally arrived. The monster's body had suddenly frozen and shattered into pieces.
Oh, what happened?
What happened to it?
That I do not know. All we know for certain is the monster's shattered fragments rained down upon our world, leaving little behind save for its terrible memory in our minds. Spared from their accursed tyranny, the people celebrated in the streets.
So there are survivors aside from us.
Yes, although few and far between. Some of them still live in small enclaves. However, the fact that you lack any recollection of this event means you were asleep, not for a few months, but for over a year.
That's a long time.
I have no idea how I lost my memory, so I'll just have to fill in the blanks somehow. I appreciate you taking the time to recount what I've missed. Seems like I've got a lot of catching up to do.
Ah, you impress me. It's rare to find someone whose nose is still pointed towards the future. Sheena, there's a bit more to this story. Many who survived the calamity experienced a strange emotional shift, proclaiming to dedicate their lives to piety. People had interpreted their salvation as a miracle, and thus were eager to pay it forth to prevent another monster from appearing. As of a few months ago, however, this ended with a few alarming consequences.
Oh no, what happened?
How so?
An event known as the Mass Consternation. Odd, unexplainable happenings popping up out of nowhere. In one instance, a man had evaporated like smoke in his own bedroom. A woman claimed to see God's light before slitting her own throat.
What?
I heard of one village that committed a mass suicide by drowning, jumping into the ocean like a pack of rats from a sinking ship.
Why would they do such a thing?
I don't know. It was as if they were martyrs, suffering for the sake of avoiding retribution.
Oh my.
It was around this time that monsters started to appear yet again, igniting fear into those who had survived to remember their ghastly deeds. Eventually, people began suspecting that the souls of these recently departed martyrs learned how to inhabit the bodies of monsters. Hence, monsters began attacking innocent people without warning. At least, that was the rumor.
That's what the monsters are called, martyrs?
The name soon stuck, and these beasts you see roaming around are what we now refer to as martyrs. Crowds of frightened town-goers would look up at the sky at once and mutter, "We are forsaken."
I don't understand. What could compel people to end their own lives? There has to be some explanation, right?
You're wise, Sheena. As you stated, we had eventually discovered the reason for the mysterious slew of mass suicides.
What happened to them?
It appears you have one attached to your leg as well. That is the mark of the Entoma, the catalyst that drives people to madness.
Oh no, she has one.
Unfortunately, you will soon feel its effects as it slowly eats away at your mind.
What? You must mean the spider legs.
Oh, no.
What the? It's moving? It's fluttering up my skirt!
That, my dear, is proof of your curse. It has a mind of its own, ensnaring its hapless prey while slowly corrupting it over time. If inorganic matter is touched by the curse, then it eventually withers away. If it latches onto a living thing, however,
Then what happens?
their brains become infected to the point that they spiral out of control. You might be a bigger threat to yourself than you think. Now that monsters and this damned Entoma have all but doomed this place, there is little for anyone to do other than watch the gradual and tragic demise of our world. Oh, goodness me. In times as bleak as these, it feels like a real labor to go on living. Huh? What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. I think I just have a stomachache.
Oh, no! Forgive me. I've spent all this time reminiscing. How rude of me.
I'm fine. It'll subside in a bit. If everything you said was true, about the curse and the end of the world, then I'm so sorry. Somehow, though, I'm still happy.
Good, you need to be happy.
But how can you?
It makes me think. Meeting someone new and learning something about them feels like a miracle of its own at times. When I see my reflection in someone else's eyes, I can't help but blush. For a brief moment, my life has purpose. Knowing that I matter to someone else brings me joy. It's hard to explain.
Joy, huh?
Yes. So, Rook, you just need to... I'm so sorry. That was rude of me.
It's fine. Because of what you just said, I am reminded that life still holds some splendor. Thank you for sharing that beautiful sentiment.
You're welcome.
I've no doubt that someday we will find a way to lift the curse of the Entoma from our land.
Yes, someday soon, hopefully.
If I learn anything more about it, then you'll be the first to know.
Really? Thank you. Well, guess I'll be seeing you around, Rook. The world needs me.
Sheena, where are you going?
I'm an adventurer. There's only one place for me to go. The place where all adventurers dream of. The mystical sky capital, Odyssea.
Odyssea? Are you sure that such a place even exists?
In the sky.
All of what I just mentioned, including Heaven's Messenger, is a little more than hearsay. Stories to scare young children.
Of course it exists. Dream a little, Rook. I'm sorry. I spoke out of turn again.
Oh, please, I don't mind. So, do you have any clue how to reach Odyssea?
Well,
Additionally, extensive travel requires adequate funds. Are you well prepared?
No.
Apologies. Judging by your reaction, the answer would seem to be no. Oh, come to think of it, I recall the king had announced that he was recruiting new guards. Why don't you try gaining some money that way?
Oh, I thought you said the kingdom was destroyed. Okay.
really? Yes, I'd love to.
In that case, let me show you how to reach the palace. Follow this corner, then make a left down this path. Here is a map.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you. See you around.
Good luck out there, young traveler.
Bless you, Rook. Good luck to you too.
Oh, she's so cheery.
What a spry thing. If the next generation has as much spirit as her, then perhaps there's hope yet for the future of our world. However, it might be too late.
Because she has the Atoma. Spiders. Made it. So this is a palace, huh? It's humongous from the outside. She made it quick. Hard is a sprawling kingdom with one of the biggest armies in the world. This palace certainly lives up to its sizable reputation. I can't forget, though, that the king is infamous for being a power-hungry conqueror. I should keep on my toes while I'm here. I wonder if I ever visit this place before I lost my memories. What if this isn't my first time here? Oh well, what's important for now is that I gain an audience with the king. How odd. Our palace is huge. I thought I'd see a lot more people by now. One soldier even. The silence is disarming. Maybe if I scream, someone notice me? Hello? Hello? I'm here to enlist as a guard. Not a peep. Guess this place really is empty. Well, maybe not. The front gate was open. The king's probably sitting in the throne room. I should try searching more thoroughly. You killed my wife off of your head. Oh. Uh-oh. Huh? Where'd that voice come from? Okay. Search, collect. Hidden throughout each dungeon are points you can collect. Enter in and out of rooms within each dungeon to make the markers reappear. The items found can be sold later, but keeping them may come in handy later.
What's this?
Bug wings. Bug wings? Why is it glitchy looking? The game, but why?
What's this? What's going
It's
on
me in.
here?
Well, that door's open.
What's this?
Pleasure is mine. One's probably locked. Guess I go upstairs. And whose voice was that? There's a save point. Do I need to save? It is a save point. Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to end this first episode here since it looks like we have a bit of breather, but thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed Death and Request, and I hope to be able to make a full series out of it. I like the game so far quite a bit. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think of the game in the comments down below, I do appreciate it. And all likes and shares definitely appreciate as well. Thanks for watching, bye.